And welcome, Pacer fans, to another beautiful day here at Satcher Field. Pacers taking on the Nighthawks of North Georgia. North Georgia coming in strong.
47-2 record, number 2 in the nation. Not bad at all.
But one of the teams that beat them, we took a game from them.
Both teams that they lost to Coker and to Young Harrison. We took a game from each of those teams, but those could be flukes because North Georgia is outstanding, well-coached team, very versatile. You have, I think 5 Division I transfers. I mean, just outstanding from top to bottom.
Of course, Hannah Price in the circle for the Pacers.
And Price coming into the season was supposed to be like the number 3 pitcher for USC Aiken, but she's come on strong. And a couple weeks ago threw a 5-hit shutout against Young Harrison, 9 innings. Absolutely, an absolute gem. She's been the workhorse for USC Aiken right now. Record doesn't show it right now, but has 5 wins on the season. There's a strike in there, but she lost a lot of games when USC Aiken just couldn't put enough runs on the board, and she didn't give up very many runs, but USC Aiken they couldn't score.
Find that offense. Sydney Sprague will advance to first on a walk. She is being followed by Marley Stowers.
Now batting, number 6, Marley Stowers.
And Stowers batting .285 on the season. And 39 hits. She has a little bit of power. 6 doubles, 3 triples, 5 home runs, 30 RBIs.
Tried to frame that one, couldn't get it. Couldn't get the call. Ball 1. Gorgeous day here in Aiken, South Carolina.
It is.
Perfect softball weather.
Looks like the sun's shining pretty brightly on everybody else, but in the press box it looks pretty good too.
Now we call a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Marcus Johnson on the PA for the first game. He's going over to baseball. This is a full day at USC Aiken despite just softball and baseball playing. Doubleheader softball, baseball, strikeout arthritis game at 4 o'clock against Lander.
Stretching out our resources. That ball fouled back, but called 1-2 is your count. Runner will return back to first.
And North Georgia's a team that likes to run. They've stolen 63 bases so far this season. Only been caught stealing 15 times. Sprague gets 4 for 6 in the stolen base category. Price misses high there, even the count at 2-2. That ball is lifted high, but right to Lindy Dorgan at second base for the out. That's going to bring up
Now batting, number 12, Brittany Gillum.
Number 12, Brittany Gillum, batting .327 on the season. .591 slugging percentage, 472 on base percentage. First time we've seen a left-handed batter in the lineup, but Coach Davenport always has a handful that are really well coached and can do just about everything. As Price finds the outside corner there, 0-1.
Yeah, this North Georgia team is built on a lot of transfer athletes. And the coach has done a really good job of finding some really good talent. Obviously, the great play by Lindy Dorgan. Ball dropped by Sarah Sams as she was trying to tag the base, and it looked like it was in the throw, trying to transfer from her glove to her throwing hand, and they're not going to give it to him because Snyder's going to want to talk about that.
And they're saying it was in the transfer. It was out of the glove and trying to transfer it to go to first base for the double play. So we're going to wait and see on that one. And Coach is trying to show the proper, Tom Mansky hitting drills and throwing drills video right there.
Right.
And they're going to talk real quick. Personally, I thought it was in the transfer. I thought it was, but I could be wrong. It was close.
And from here, I'm not sure that she didn't really get the ball into her glove. She may have been bobbling it, and that may have been what they're going to go with.
Right.
They're not going to send her. So runners will remain first and second.
Player, Alicia Frierson.
And so it's a fielder's choice and then a E6 on the play. I mean, well thrown ball by Dorgan to flip it over there.
Yeah, it was one of those tough breaks for Sams. That ball's going to miss just outside. ball one.
And Sarah Sims has done phenomenal lately in the field. I know you haven't been able to come to all the games, but
No, like every time I've seen her out there at short, she has been fantastic. She really moves well. She covers pretty broad amount of room there. That ball's called a strike, 1-1. She's got a really good arm to first.
and even Dorgan, who's started her career at second base, been an outfielder, second baseman, pitcher. I mean, she's played second base pretty much the last about 2 or 3 weeks solidly, and you can really tell the difference when she's playing at second base and then when she's having to share duties. I mean,
Right.
she's done an outstanding job at second base.
Well, and that's Coach Snyder with this young lineup, taking a senior like Lindy Dorgan and trying to utilize her athletic ability to play almost anywhere in the field, if not everywhere in the field.
And you look at even first base at Chandler Terrapin, who started off as a pitcher. She's
Right.
been in the outfield. She's at first base now and really does everything for this team as the Price loses Frierson on the walk.
So we got bases loaded, 1 out. And that's going to bring up
Batting,
number 5,
Caitlin Anthony.
Caitlin Anthony to the plate.
Only batting a mere .382 on the season.
Bless her heart, at 5'7" out of Houston, Georgia. Or Houston, Georgia.
That's a tough one.
I'm going to go with Houston because it sounds more southern.
I go with. I'm not gonna
If I
go with
went the
either
other
one.
way, it'd be Houston.
Well, that's also because your southern draw.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. So here we go. Hannah Price in the circle with her first pitch. Good looking pitch there. That's going to be called a strike.
And Anthony, the right fielder. Fouls that one back.
Good effort by athletic director Jim Hurley over there. He actually extended a hand, but it was about 4 feet over it.
Right.
What a brave man he is to try to barehand that one.
I think it was all in show because I don't think you could get to it at all, and he knew that.
That's kind of my point. That ball lifted back, straight back, out of play. Count will remain 0-2. Good crowd out here.
Better than I thought it'd be. And North Georgia's traveled really well today, and a lot of USC Aiken fans are here, and also just general fans from the city of Aiken are here. As Price rolls that one in there, but it's not bowling, so it's a ball.
Yep.
But you never know when they're going to go chase something.
Wrong way to get a strike in this sport. Hot shot right back up the middle. Price didn't even have really time to move. They're going to score 1. 2 comes around. Sydney Kate loses it. They made we got us a little hot box action. Good move by Jessica Stanley. Ooh, Sydney Kate Murphy with the tackle.
They called her safe on that. And now out, and I'm
Sarah
completely
Sands
lost
with
on
the
that
chase
one.
down. Yeah, good luck for scoring that one. Hot box between third and home. Gets back just in time, which created a hot box between third and second.
And who tagged her out at the end?
Sarah Sams, our shortstop.
Okay.
But 2 runs do score in all of that chaos.
Now batting, number 33, Lexi Duncan.
Now it's going to bring Lexi Duncan to the plate. Lexi Duncan, a sophomore, 5'10" out of McDonough, Georgia. Whole lot of Georgia players on that roster. I see 1 from South Carolina and 1 out of Florida.
That's the longest play I've had to put in for a while. Sorry about that.
Lexi Duncan awaits her first pitch low and inside for ball 1.
We missed
I
one.
mean, ball 2. That's right. That's right.
You're trying to help me out with that one. And I'm still confused on how they called her safe over there at third, but because Coach Davenport pointed at Hannah Price at for some reason, so I'm not sure what happened there. And they ruled her safe, and they had 2 people on one base at the same time, and that's why the runner had to go back towards second before being tagged out.
Yeah, ball foul back, even the count 2-2. Yeah, from here, of course, we're behind the play. It looked like Sydney Kate was actually able to tag the runner who is now standing on third.
Yeah, Frierson.
They both ended up on the ground. Sydney Kate having to just lunge out to get her.
I mean,
Landed on her.
She's a tough competitor, and I think that if allowed, Sydney Kate could be handling herself okay in football as well.
I'm not going to argue that at all. I agree with you. And ball foul back, keeping the count 3-2. 2-0 is the Nighthawk lead over our Pacers.
I mean, Murphy did play soccer growing up, so she has a little bit of physicality to her as well.
Yes. Good looking pitch on the inside. Strike 3. Good job by Hannah Price. Nighthawks take a 2-0 lead on one hit, 2 runs. We'll meet you back at the bottom of the first. We'll be right back and see what the Pacers can do to answer out. And welcome back. Brielle Youngblood leading off for the Pacers. Like to see her get a little slap happy out there with the bat. That ball's going to miss just a little bit outside for ball 1. Brielle Youngblood, a senior. Another one of the leaders on this team. Swung and missed there to even the count 1-1.
And Youngblood batting just a shade under 300 so far for a career, and just on the verge of being in the top 10 career batting average leaders at USC Aiken.
Love to see her get hot now. Of course, the Pacers rocking these gray bottoms with cardinal tops. That ball missing outside, 2-1. A look that I have never seen with our Pacer softball team in all the years I've been here.
I wasn't sure on the colors either.
Well, of course, you're a little limited by your ability or lack of ability to see colors. But you're going to have to take my word for it. It's a good-looking combination.
I don't know. I've seen the way you dress. I don't know if I really trust that too much.
Well, everything I wear looks gray to you. The 2-2 pitch. Slap that one. Oh, good play by the second baseman, able to range back to get that one, and that's going to bring up Caitlin Powell to the plate.
And Powell in her sophomore season, first year here, batting 269 on the year.
7,
The sophomore transfer from LaGrange College.
I enjoyed a conversation with Caitlin Powell one time. I've only talked to her once, but it was on campus, and she's a sweet, sweet spirit.
The question is, what sport did Caitlin Powell play in college before coming here?
Well, I believe she was a center on the basketball program.
Well, she did play basketball.
I know.
Averaged about 4 points a game.
Not bad. So, stud athlete, that ball called strike, 0-1. Big swing and a miss there for strike two. Kylie Smith in the circle for the Nighthawks. She's having an outstanding year. Missing there, 1-2.
Smith coming in at 24-1 record, .82 ERA, 146 innings pitched so far. Hunting opponents show 142 batting average. It's impressive.
Yeah. Boy, she really gets a lot of her body into that pitch. That one blows past Powell. That's going to bring up the lovely Hannah Price to the plate.
And Price is in the top 10 of the Peach Belt in batting average, hitting
The pitcher, number 33, Hannah Price.
406 in the season. You could add all my years up of baseball playing, and it probably didn't equal up to 406.
And that's innings played.
Exactly.
Nice shot down third baseline, but foul.
And Smith, sophomore from Sewanee, Georgia. So, I mean, you're going to see her for another couple of years.
Right. That ball settling a little bit high, 1-1. She really, if you watch Smith, she really gets her back involved. Gets that extra little pep. Swung on a miss there, 1-2. Nice snap on that ball. Good swing by Hannah Price down the third base line. Out of the reach of the third baseman. That's a base hit.
Good piece of hitting. And Price is just impressive all year long.
Now batting,
You saw
number
glimpses
11,
of her being
Chandler
really
Terrapin.
good freshman, sophomore year, and this year she's starting to put it together.
Right. Chandler Terrapin is going to come up to the plate for the Pacers.
And Terrapin, one of the two redshirt seniors on the squad, the first one being Youngblood. Terrapin's batting .295 on the year. Moved into sixth place, I believe, on the career home run list last week, surpassing Sarah Montine and Andrew Daring.
Big swing and a miss there for strike one.
And Terrapin, like several of these student athletes, have done a lot in their careers. You know, she's played 3 or 4 different positions, and she thinks she just started picking up first base probably about a month ago,
Right.
and has actually looked really like she's been there all her life. I mean, she's that good at first base. Kind of like Joey Chestnut at the hot dog eating contest. Just impressive.
So impressive. That ball sailing high, 1-2. Try to get her to chase.
Price looked like she's going to take off, but just wanted to mess with North Georgia for a minute. Price is not, what you would say, the fastest person, has not tried to steal a base yet this year.
That ball missing outside. Even the count, 2-2. Well, there's no time like the present. You get your first steal.
Catch everybody off guard.
That's right. Oh, big swing and a miss there. Good looking pitch. That'll retire the side. Pacers have one hit, no runs to show for it. We trail 2-0 as we head to the top of the second. We'll be right back right after this.
back here in the top of the second inning. North Georgia leads USC Aiken 2-0.
Shelby Hammondtree coming up to the plate. Catcher for the Nighthawks. Good looking pitch there. Strike one.
You look at North Georgia's roster from top to bottom, and it's mostly freshmen, sophomores, a handful of juniors, and a couple seniors.
Yeah, Shelby's a sophomore out of Ringgold, Georgia. We'll see her for a couple more years. Yeah, this coach has really built up quite a nice little team. That ball lifted high. Sarah Sands ranges over behind third. Makes the call, makes the catch. Out number one. And that'll bring up Jordan Deed.
Number 32, Jordan Deep.
Deep batting 237 on the season.
One of the older matriarchs of this program. She's a junior out of Beaufort, Georgia.
You know where that is?
I do.
I don't, so.
Beaufort's not as obscure as some of these other towns like Ringgold or Ringgold.
I've heard of it before, Ringgold for some reason.
Ringgold's down in South Georgia, down near Springfield, Georgia. Actually, now that I think about it, I may be wrong on that. For those that are Googling it,
Ask the Google.
ask the Google. Get on the line and check it out.
Great
Ringgold,
movie.
right.
0-2 count. Oh, Chip, it's always a fun time, doing broadcast with you. And folks, if you don't like it, just go ahead and push the mute button.
Easy.
But you're not going to be more entertained than.
Shot to Lindy Dorgan, and she's going to make that for out number 2. Good job by Hannah Price, keeping these batters off balance.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up Hobby Gregory.
The center fielder, number 23, Hobby Gregory.
Gregory batting 355 on the season.
Not an easy out coming from the left side of the plate.
The freshman from Williamson, Georgia.
Now, I could not tell you where Williamson, Georgia is.
I stick to the bigger cities. Even though I lived on the edge of, Florida Georgia line, years and years ago.
Right.
And now it's close to Aiken, Augusta. I mean, I know where Augusta is. I'm doing good with that.
Good. It's only the second largest city in Georgia.
I mean, it's only where one of our rivals is, so, that helps a lot.
And it's 20 minutes down the road.
Right.
That ball missing. 2-0 is the count. I think I was confusing Ringgold with Rinkin, Georgia. I am going to Google it.
And for those of you that, when the question, I'm just called Marcus Johnson at. No. 3-0 count. And we're actually on 4 straight pitches. Let's go back to the top of the order with Sprague.
The shortstop, number 21, Sydney Sprague.
And Sprague walked and scored in the first inning.
Well, here you go. Ringgold, Georgia. Population of 3,500 people. Up near Tennessee.
So it's about the size of USC Aiken, actually.
I actually now know exactly where Ringgold is. I drove right through it a couple of weeks ago.
So going towards Chattanooga?
Yeah, right up there.
Okay.
It's in there, up in that area.
Yeah.
Glad we got that settled. It was actually 3,580 population for those Ringgold folks listening. That ball missing 1-1.
So about 300 people more than go to USC Aiken. Just about.
Just about. It's actually really nice up there.
This is actually a pretty quiet Saturday for the town of Aiken after having the Masters and the
steeplechase
the past couple weeks, and
of course they're having the Junior National Golf Tournament at Sage Valley this weekend.
They're also hosting an AAU tournament I didn't know about in the Convocation Center.
Oh,
today too.
Today?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I walked in the office. I was like, oh, I guess stuff is going on.
All these buses. Nice throw from City K. A little high though. Easy steal.
But nice pitch by Price.
2-2 is your count, 2 outs.
And Gregory is now 9 for 9 in the stolen base category.
We should have seen that one coming. That ball's going to miss outside. That'll fill up the count, 3-2. Good looking pitch there. Battled off, fouled back. Keeping the count 3-2. Big swing and a miss there, strike 3. Good job by Hannah Price. And the Pacers hold the Nighthawks scoreless at the top of the second. As we head to the bottom of the second, see what kind of answer the Pacers can get. We trail 2-0. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the bottom of the second. Sydney Caton Murphy leading off for the Pacers.
Arguably one of the 2 best walk-up songs we have at USC Aiken in general.
It is one of my favorites. I'm going to miss it after this year unless somebody picks up the good-looking pitch there, strike 1. Somebody carries on the tradition.
I mean, I might just play it just to play it.
We should include it in the soundtrack.
We should. Murphy, who moved into 3rd place in their career home run list last week with 2 homers against Francis Marion, fouls that one back, and Strauss just looks at it confused.
How else would Strauss look at anything?
Courtney Strauss, sophomore from North Augusta, South Carolina, is probably one of my favorite people I've had in terms of athletes. I mean,
Agreed.
Just, happy-go-lucky soul, and really doesn't get too mad about anything.
My first encounter with Courtney was too funny, and I'll never forget it. I've been on this campus for a long time. I've had the pleasure of knowing a lot of these athletes and many of the softball players. Courtney's freshman year, I'm sitting down talking to a lot of her players. Courtney Strauss just looks at me with the most serious look and says, "Who are you?" And I looked at her and I told her, I'm the professor of something to do with manners. I forgot what I said. That one swung on a miss, strike 1. And I said, if you were in my class, you would fail. And she just kind of looked at me very serious. And then I kindly told her I was just kidding. I'm merely a volleyball coach. Inside pitch missing, 1-1.
And one of our broadcast people. I mean,
and a broadcast, that's right.
You've been doing broadcast for, 4 years with us? 5 years?
Something like that.
Started off with baseball, didn't it? Even those January 29th baseball games.
I'll never forget it. Baseball in January. That ball swung on a miss, 1-2. But Courtney Strauss, having gotten to know her since that day, I have come to, and on occasion will remind her of our auspicious introductions. Swung on a miss there, strike 3. Good looking pitch by the Nighthawk.
It's going to bring up Macy Hutto, the freshman from right here in Aiken, South Carolina.
Yep, Macy's
number 14,
had the privilege of knowing
Hutto.
Macy Price since she was in middle school. Super great kid. Really glad to see her getting a chance to do something here for our beloved Pacers. That pitch missing outside, 1-0.
You know, we say it all the time. We have a bunch of, I call them kids still, but they're 18 to 20 young adults. But we have a bunch of good kids. I mean,
Well,
just
the
quality
reality
people.
at our age, they are all kids.
Well, your age more than mine, but yes.
Now we call it a strike. making the count 1-1. I resembled that last remark, by the way.
Yes, you do. You and Wrinkles both.
That ball lifted high. She's got a shot at third baseman. Can't quite range it. We'll say the wind got a hold of that one.
You look at the wind blowing straight out. I mean,
right.
I can understand that.
Stars and stripes are all over the place out there.
Mm-hmm. Still 50-13, though, right?
Amen.
Went to the count to Hutto. I saw her in town one time, just in one of the department stores, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm shopping." Like, it's not like we're allowed to have a day out, but swings and misses on that one.
And that'll retire the side, and that's gonna leave us going to the bottom of the third.
He's getting top of the third.
I mean, top of the third. Thank you.
Yep, top of the
My
third.
dyslexia getting the best of me, only vertically.
It's all good. We will be back in just a moment. It's 2-0, North Georgia.
And welcome back, top of the third. Marley Stowers leading off for the Nighthawks. Just complimenting the sunflower in her hair.
Stowers popped up to Dorgan back in the first inning.
Pitch missing low, ball one. Now one missing inside, 2-0. Pull back off that bunt. Only to watch it go by for strike one. 2-1 is your count. Ooh, right over the head, a little high hopper.
Over Stanley.
Over Stanley, over at third for a nice base hit.
Number 12, Brittany Gillum.
I'll bring up Brittany Gillum to the plate.
Gillum reached on the fielder's choice in the first inning.
As we're being diminutive, cost Jessica Stanley. It was just over her glove.
Right.
High lifted ball into foul territory. Courtney Strauss.
No, that's
I'm
Powell.
sorry, Caitlin Powell goes over. Forgot they moved Courtney over to right field. Good play by Powell.
Batting, the
Absolutely.
designated player, Alicia Frierson.
Bring up Frierson. The DH who walked and ended up being out at third, I believe.
Or she's the one that was safe on third. Hot shot to Stanley. Stanley not too short for that one. And good hustle by the runner from first to second. Stanley put a good throw on it, but not in time. Runners on first to second, so that was a fielder's choice moment.
Now batting,
And
Number
at that point, I
5,
think
Caitlin
Snyder
Anthony.
wants to say that, hey, we should go to first and get the out on that one.
Right. Now bring up Caitlin Anthony to the plate.
And while Coach Snyder talks to his players, we want to thank the South Carolina Education Lottery for all their help. When you pay the lottery, you don't only give a chance, but you also take a chance, or vice versa. You take a chance, but you also give a chance.
You take a chance,
I gave a chance this morning.
and you give a chance.
Yes. Tyler's Child and Honor Center, they are phenomenal. They've been with us for 4 years as a sponsor for Pacer Athletics and all the broadcasts that we do. Phenomenal people, great business. You know, if you have any car issues, send your kids there, go there. They will take care of you in a heartbeat.
And I also want to thank the concierge team, Real Estate Boutique. If you're in the real estate need, call Mike Stake, and he will help you with all your real estate needs.
They've talked to me several times over the past
Right.
couple weeks.
You're a prime candidate for them.
I mean, but looking to rent, buy, sell, they help out with everything.
Nice shot to, Sarah Sams, bless her heart, had it. And again, making that transition from glove to hand, that'll fill up the bases, and that'll be an error if you're keeping score. And that's going to bring up Lexi Duncan
Now batting number 33, Lexi Duncan.
to the plate. Bases are loaded, one out. Hannah Price not sweating it. She's been in this situation before.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner.
And it'll be at second. That's going to be number 3, Allison Neely. Sophomore out of Greer, South Carolina, one of the odd players, not from the state of Georgia.
That's one thing I've noticed this year, that not very many umpires have let us know who's going in.
That hasn't happened all season.
It's very tough for us to be able to see up here. Some are good.
But it has trained us to be, hawk-like vision. Look at where I'll start peering for the number as soon as they run out onto the field.
Which means I should probably get my eyes checked after the season.
Possibly that ball missing inside, 1-0.
Duncan, the left fielder, is up. Struck out looking to end the first. Pops that one foul towards the dugout.
And it's just a cool little strike there. 1-1 is your count.
Nighthawks threatening again, but Price has been in this situation several times this year.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, I've seen her in this situation and really come out pretty strong. Oh, hot shot to third. That's going to be an error on Stanley, and they're going to score 2 on that. As runners end up on second and third, they have doubled their lead. 4-0 are the Nighthawks of North Georgia.
The catcher, number 8, Shelby Hammondtree.
That's going to bring up Shelby Hammondtree to the plate. Little dribbler to Sarah Sams, who does get it out of her glove that time. Good throw to third. Nice double play. Sarah Sams to first. Gets that runner. Runner going from second to third. Gets thrown out at third, but they do score 1. So it's 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
And we are back here in the bottom of the third inning. Just had a little bit of confusion on that last play as she looks at the call strike. Even though there's a double play, in softball it now is ruled you can have an RBI on a double play. Baseball you can't, but softball you can.
Right. Jessica Stanley at the plate. 0-1 is the count. Showing bunt. Fouls it straight back. 0-2 is the count.
And she's done a pretty solid job all year long at third base and batting as a freshman. Getting thrown into action right away, and I think we'll probably see her at third base for 3 more years.
Yeah, she's really good at handling that particular bag. Swung on a miss there for strike 3. Now bring up Lindy Dorgan to the plate.
Yeah, Dorgan
Now batting, number 6,
hadn't really
Lindy
been in the
Dorgan.
hadn't had too many plate appearances this year. Mostly been in the field or pitching, and this is the first time we've seen her hit it in probably about a week or two. Had the walk off, I believe, against Young Harris, if I remember correctly.
She's a little late catching with that one. Fouled that one back in the net as she tried to lay down a bunt.
Dorgan, the number 9 hitter, going back to the top of the order after this.
That ball fouled straight back, but into the netting, so that'll be strike. Well, we'll remain at strike 2.
Correct.
Big swing and a miss there for strike 3. And that'll bring up Brielle Jungblood.
Jungblood 0 for 1.
The center
Popped up
fielder,
the
number
second
10,
baseman in the first.
Brielle Jungblood.
That pitch called a strike outside. And when I say outside, I mean
Good.
bring a tent.
Good job by the catcher to
Keep
frame it
that
pretty
one
well.
from getting back, yeah. 0-2 on that swing and a miss. Slap shot attempt, fouled. Really had to reach out to get that one.
And really, if Jungblood can honestly just touch the ball in it, and it gets to the second bounce, she's usually on first base. I mean, so she doesn't really have to hit it far at all.
No, her speed is. That one's going to be lifted high and right behind the pitcher. Caught by the shortstop for out number 3. The Pacers remain scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th. 5-0 is your Nighthawk lead. We'll be right back. And welcome to the top of the 4th. Jordan Deep stepping up to the plate for the Nighthawks.
Deep lined out to Dorgan in her first at bat, which came in the second inning.
That ball going to miss low and away for ball 1.
The difference between two pitchers, Price has already thrown twice as many pitches as North Georgia's starter.
Well, right, and that you look at their lineup; they're almost through their lineup
For the third time.
for the third time. 2-0 as you count. We just started our second at bats.
Well, this is the second time they rose through the inning, or they will be going to the top of the order for the third time in this inning.
Correct.
Yeah, with 3-0 count.
Good looking pitch there. Strike one, 3-1, taken all the way.
And why not? You make the pitch, make their pitcher throw strikes, and
Yep.
Price has been able to do that though.
Hot shot to short, all up on Sarah Sams, and that's going to be a base hit. Had a lot of pep on that shot. That's going to bring up Hobby Gregory to the plate.
Now batting, number 23, Hobby Gregory.
And going backhanded on that one, and I mean, ranging back over. I mean, that was a hard hit ball, and she really had no opportunity to do anything. I mean, even A-Rod or Jeter or whoever it was that his shortstop couldn't do anything. Cal Ripken, no.
Not even in his prime.
I mean, Chip Herring, maybe.
Oh, well, that guy, for real. But bounces back over Sidney Cates' head for strike one.
I did not see the Murphy family here. I'm sure they will be here in full force next week for Senior Day.
They are very faithful in their attendance all the way from Ohio.
Yeah.
They probably couldn't get out with all the snow that they've been having up there. Kind of hard to believe since we're dealing with, what's it, 75, 80-degree weather?
We're dealing with like 45-degree weather a couple days ago, too, though.
Well, yeah. I'm sure they airmailed that in.
Right.
Ball going to miss low and away to even count 1-1. Knowing Sidney Cates, she's sending them Snapchat pictures of her laying out by the pool or something.
And if she's not, probably we have other teammates that probably would for her.
Right. Hot shot.
Nice
All
piece
the way
of
to
hitting.
left field. Very good piece of hitting right between third and short.
This could bring up Sprague again. Sprague
Number
is
21, Sydney
0 for
Sprague.
1 with the walk and a strikeout.
And this will be the beginning of their third at-bats in their lineup. Good looking pitch there, strike one. Just missing 1-1. Now we're missing inside 2-1. Got her to chase one outside, swung on and fouled back. 2-2 is your count.
Pacers looking for that first out of the inning.
Can get her to chase that one. Count as full. Runners on first and second. Ooh, hot shot, but out of play. She just tattooed that ball. Came around quick on that one.
And hopefully it didn't hit any cars. And if it did, hopefully they have Hudson Ethers Companies and Auto Owners Insurance for all your insurance needs. I know they lowered a few people's rates by about $500-600 this year.
Right, and for those whose cars weren't hit, go out to Willie Jules Barbecue and enjoy some of the best barbecue you'll ever put in your mouth.
You also have great hamburgers there too.
Apparently, that's what you said. I've never even considered ordering a hamburger.
Not allowed to have the rack of ribs there because they said they're too good.
They're too good?
They're too good. And well, the server that was working there told me I need to watch my weight, so I couldn't eat it all.
Ouch.
So that was part of it.
Is AG still working there?
She just left. She's doing something in her field of study now.
I got you. That
So-
ball missing outside.
But she might go back over the summer because it's a great place to work, she said.
Oh, nice. Marley Stowers is at plate. Allen catching her on the inside. Finally getting the inside call. It's Hannah Price, 1-1.
Bases loaded. Nobody out.
Try to get her with an off speed. Stuck to her finger a little too long. 2-1.
I'll tell you, the person who I like throwing the off-speed pitch more than anybody since I've been here was Taylor Morgan.
That girl could pitch. That went way too inside. Maybe we caught her a little bit, and it does. And that'll walk in a run, extending the Nighthawk lead to 6-0 here in the top of the fourth.
Batting number 12, Brittany Gillum.
I was going to bring up Brittany Gillum to the plate.
And Gillum's reached her fielder's choice and scored, and then fouled out to left field in her 2 at-bats.
And Coach Snyder wanting to walk out and have a little chat with Hannah Price.
And as he does that, we'd also like to thank Aiken Flooring. You can always stand on us. Great people over there. And, for all their help all our sponsors, we couldn't be on the air without everything they've done for us here at USC Aiken.
Supporting their local university. We are thankful for all that they do for us. Doesn't look like he's going to make a pitching change. You kind of wonder, as these batters for the Nighthawks are getting into their 3rd at-bats, they're starting to be able to see Hannah Price, see what she's trying to accomplish with them. Although I've noticed a little bit of a change. Hannah Price has been trying to bust them inside a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
She typically likes to attack the outside of the plate, but she's been coming on the inside, trying to keep them off balance a little bit at the plate. But they've been dialing in on her a little bit. I mean, even the foul balls they're hitting with greater authority.
There's a reason that North Georgia's 47-2, though. I mean, it's
right.
not just on Hannah Price.
They're
doing
a pretty good team.
Yes.
But those 2 losses tell me there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah. Well, and there is a chance. I mean, I've seen our girls just rise up and just beat teams that
people just may not.
People would have written them off, and they just come back. I've seen them lose by double digits, and they come back and win the second game.
Happening this year against Coker.
That's right.
North Georgia would beat Coker pretty bad, and then lost the second game to him. So, softball it's a funny game.
It's a game of streaks.
And I mean, I've been around in 2008, I believe it was. One of my former pitchers, who was at Virginia Tech at the time, hit the Olympic team. I mean, no one ever thought that Virginia Tech would beat the Olympic team, and they did, thanks to a pitcher. You just never can tell what can happen.
All right, now Hannah Price has got a 3-0 pitch count with bases loaded. And she's going to walk in their 7th run there. And Coach Snyder is about to make the change right now. He's
probably going to Cockrell.
Mm-hmm. That would be my guess.
Since Dorgan's out there and Terrapin's probably not going to be pitching much anymore. So they're just going to make a change. Mr. Herringwatch, you and I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Sounds good to me. We'll be right back right after this. And we're back. Alicia Frierson at the plate for the Nighthawks. Cockrell in the circle for the Pacers. Her first pitch offered up, called a strike.
Cockrell, a freshman, coming in with 3 wins. Hasn't seen much time in the circle, but been pushing the duty more than Coach Snyder would like to as a freshman, but she's just playing pretty well.
Second pitch missing, though, 1-1. That's a good-looking pitch there, catching the outer edge of the plate, 1-2. High hopper. It'll get out past the infield. 2 runs will score. Another hot box moment, but Terrapin loses the handle of the ball. Actually, there was really nobody there to catch it. So
They thought they were going to make the tag.
But the tag was not made. So they'll score 2 more. 9-0 is now the lead. And the Nighthawks starting to stretch their wings a little bit.
Nice line.
Thank you.
But, I mean, in honesty, North Georgia, they place the ball well, but it hasn't been a home run derby, which they've had players that have been able to do that in the past. I forget one player who they had a couple years ago, first baseman, that when she got up to bat, she would just hit it about 300 feet. Yes.
Almost reminds me of Jessica Strickland for Pacers from years gone by.
Right.
You look at pitch there, but called a ball 2-0.
North Georgia fans, you know who I'm talking about. First baseman, absolutely phenomenal power. I think she was the Peach Belt Player of the Year. If not, she should have been.
Kaylin Anthony at the plate. And she lifts one high, and this, we'll see where this goes. That's one out.
As soon as I say.
Right. Way to go. Way to go.
Yep.
And just like that, they're going to be up 12-0.
Pacers still looking for their first out of the inning.
Good news is the bases have been cleared. That'll take a little pressure off of Cockrell.
Right. It's tough to come in there when the bases are loaded. I mean,
Yes, it is.
I don't care if you're in the major leagues, if you're in D2 college and elementary school. It's tough.
It's extra tough. You're right. That's going to bring up Lexi Duncan to the plate.
I gave it my more fair share of hits when I was pitching, and the bases were loaded when I came in.
Especially in T-ball.
Wasn't as bad as some, but the only, high school was the end of my baseball days, but I gave it my fair share of hits. And there's a reason I quit playing.
Good looking pitch there. Well framed by Sydney Kate Murphy there. I think she sold that one. Making the count 1-1. Of course, the wind is gusting out there to left field.
Right.
So I think that because she didn't hit it that hard. In fact, I was expecting there to be a play, probably around warning track depth, but it just kept floating. I saw Powell just kept going and going and going. This one easily snagged for the first out by Chandler Terrapin.
Look at your number 8, Shelby Hammondtree.
This will bring up Shelby. Right, Sunny Southern. Shelby Hammondtree to the plate.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2 in the game. Popped up and then hit a double play.
Not going to happen here, I guarantee it. There are no runners on the bags. But I'll take the pop-up for an out. Missing outside, 1-1. That one in the dirt. 2-1. No in the dirt pitch cheer from the Nighthawks. Disappointment is Brent Haggers.
No. not disappointment, but I think Marcus Johnson and I are so used to it. I mean, even at baseball games,
Y'all are doing it.
that we're doing it at baseball games for when the opposing team does it. But
That pitch missing. 3-1 is your count. Now we're going to miss high. And she'll head to first on a free pass. Jordan deep up to the plate.
yeah, she's 1 for 2. She singled and scored already this inning.
Now batting, number 32, Jordan Deep.
And you're right. I haven't seen the wind gusting this much, probably since early February.
The last couple of weeks, we've definitely dealt with our share of wind.
Pitcher's been on the road for a little bit of time,
Right.
so
So that helps a lot. Good looking pitch, just missing outside, 1-0. Now, and sticking Cockrell's fingers a little too much, 2-0. That's a strike. 2-1 is your count. And some disapproving jeers from Pacer fans as that one misses 3-1.
they look pretty good. But again, my eyesight's not the best, and I'm sitting about 60 feet back from home plate.
Up above, yeah. That one fouled out of play. That'll fill up the count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. That one's gonna miss. I'll put runners on first and second as Hobby Gregory comes to the plate.
Gregory singled and scored earlier this inning.
Now batting, number 23, Hobby Gregory.
We can have a pinch runner now for Deep.
And that will be number 4. Kara Groover, freshman out of Noonan, Georgia. And we just got a signal from the umpire. Noonan, Georgia, the hometown of Louis Grizzard, a great writer out of Georgia.
I knew that name. That hometown sounded familiar.
Mm-hmm. Wrote a great book called Aim Low, They're Riding Ponies. Now I'm missing, just missing too.
He was before my time, but I mean, I've heard the name.
He's a great writer. He's a bit of a Georgia fan, which didn't really sit well with me, being a tech guy, but still liked his books. I was able to, that's how good of a writer he was. That ball missing there, 2-0. A little too hopper past the diving Sarah Sands. Throw to third. A little high. Runners end up with second and third. And they will score one on that. Good hustle by the Nighthawks.
Now batting, number 21, Sydney Sprague.
Sydney Sprague coming up to the plate for her 4th time in this contest.
And she walked and scored in the first, struck out in the second, and walked and scored earlier this inning.
Missing low and away. Ball 1. Ball lifted high and short. Sarah Sims will come over and make the catch for out number 2. Now I'll bring up Marley Stowers.
Okay, we can have
Nope, we are having to change. Looks like Callie Turner coming to the plate.
Number 20.
Correct.
Pinch hitting for North Georgia. Number 20, Callie Turner.
5'8" junior out of Lula, Georgia. Looking at strike one.
Looks like she has a little bit of a tiny bit of a part, split hands grip.
Yep, a little
Barely.
Ty Cobb action. Yeah, there's about a knuckles gap between her fists. Ball in the dirt for ball one, 1-1. And of course, she's batting from the right side of the plate. That's another slight difference.
Mm-hmm.
Foul ball. Making the count 1-2, and a good thing that ball was scooting.
Otherwise, it's 2 more runs for North Georgia.
Yep. Chases one outside. Good looking pitch by Cockrell to retire the side, but not before. They add 8 runs to their collection. They lead 13-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. And welcome to the bottom of the 4th. Caitlin Powell leading off for the Pacers. Pacers trail 13-0. 7 hits for the Nighthawks to the 1 hit for the Pacers. Got a new pitcher in the circle. Bria Bush, 5'9" junior out of Buford, Georgia. And we're still trying to make out who's in left field and whatnot.
So slow on that one for a ball.
So Hobby Gregory is in left field. I just saw the 23 on her jersey.
It's really so much just the right fielder, I can't tell.
Yeah, that's the one we're trying to figure out. Big swing and a foul there by Caitlin Powell.
15 or 16.
Well, and if it's between 15 and 16, it's going to be Kelly Collert out of Flowery Branch, Georgia. We'll try to get it figured out for you. And ball missing inside, 3-2. Good job by Powell to work the count. That ball fouled out of play. Powell swinging defensively, and it is indeed number 15, as you got to see the back of her jersey. And Powell will go to first on a walk. That'll bring up Courtney Strauss to the plate. No, I take that back. Not Courtney Strauss.
Cockrell.
Yep.
Cockrell, the pitcher, starting to get a hit. She's batting 300 on the season.
Now batting for the Pacers, number 15, Caroline Cockrell.
Gilligan pitch there, strike one. Now fouled out of play. 0-2. Trying to get her chased one low and away. Not doing. 1-2.
And the new pitcher, of course, was Bria Bush, the standout who only has a .55 ERA.
Nice little changeup. Good shot straight to center field. She'll squeeze it for out number 1.
Only pitched 13 innings on the season.
Now batting number 11, Chandler Terrapin.
So a little bit of work for Bria Bush. It's going to bring up Chandler Terrapin, though. Terrapin struck out swinging in the first.
That one fouled straight back. That one lifted high and shallow left field along the foul line, easily grabbed for out number 2.
It's going to bring up Sydney Kate Murphy.
Now batting number 4, Sydney Kate Murphy.
So Sydney Kate Murphy put a big swing, but only catches the side of the ball with the end of the bat for strike 1. That ball missing high, 1-1. Had to go down low to get that one. Fouls it out of play. 1-2. Hot shot down third baseline, but just foul. That one fouled out of play, keeping the count 1-2. Courtney Strauss on deck for the Pacers. Got a good piece of that one, but foul. And that one fouled out as well.
Did not hit a car.
Hot shot to center. Might have got her over there, and she does. That'll drop in the warning track right over the center field's head. And nice double for Sydney K. Murphy to get a little offense going here in the bottom of the fourth.
About another foot higher, and it's a home run.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Now batting for the Pacers, number 8, Courtney Strauss.
And again, Courtney Strauss coming to the plate. Macy Hutto on deck.
You look at the sign, USC Aiken has about 3 players that are seniors in there with Dorgan, Terrapin, and
that one's got a CNI single there, and that's gonna score 2 for the Pacers. Sydney K. Murphy's gonna slide in, and and Strauss will go back to first on the throw. So the Pacers able to score 2 on that little CNI single. And that's going to bring up Macy Hutto, the freshman extraordinaire.
Now batting for the Pacers, number 14, Macy Hutto.
Little off-speed pitch, missing its mark for ball 1. Off the handle, foul territory. Third baseman almost made a play on it, off the end of her glove. So Macy will get to try again. 1-1 is your count. Good hustle by the third baseman of the Nighthawks. Chasing that one outside. Strike 2. 1-2. Runner going. Nice heads up move by Courtney Strauss. Nobody covering second there. She advances a second. Hutto looking at a 2-2 count.
Strauss is now 5 for 5. It's all bases for her career.
I think you and I could have gotten that one. There was like nobody covering the bag. Little high hopper to third. Easy throw to first to retire the side. But not before the Pacers show a little offensive oomph as they got 2 runs. All 3 hits. Of course, they trailed 13 off of 9 hits to the Nighthawks. We'll be back at the top of the 5th right after this.
And we are back here in the top of the 5th inning. We have a pinch hitter. As Kristen Adkins is coming to the plate, number 27. Batting .217 on the season. 5 hits and 23 at-bats. 1 double. 4 RBI.
Well stated, sir.
Thanks, I try.
No, you did. Nailed it. Atkins waiting for the 1-0 pitch. Just missing the inside. That'll be 2-0. Good looking pitch there. Had good movement on it at the end. 2-1 is your count. That ball's gone. Well hit. Extending the lead by 1.
North Georgia did a better job right there than Alabama did a couple years ago when the girl forgot to touch home plate and then was called out.
Oops. That was going to be a double ought.
Now batting.
Alicia Frierson.
Alicia Frierson.
Outside pitch called strike. Allen missing low, 1-1.
Unless the Patriots can pull within 8 at the end of this inning, it will be declared a complete contest to the mercy rule. And if USC again does come back and get within 8, at the end of the game we will take about a 30-minute break and come back for game 2.
That's right. And I've seen the Pacers. We talked about this earlier. They get beat by multiple runs. Double-digit leads.
And come back to the next game
and
and
they
be
come back
fine.
next game, and all of a sudden they're just machines out there.
I don't know if it's because of the great talks by Coach Snyder and the staff or because of what we talk to the players and say, you can do it.
You can do it. Kaylin Anthony at the plate for the Nighthawks. First pitch called strike. That's a hot shot to right field. Strauss will get it back in. I just realized Deja Robinson is in for Sarah Sams at short.
Yep.
Now batting, number 15, Kelly Kaler.
Kelly Kaler coming to the plate. And Coach Snyder making his expeditious stroll to the circle. Making sure the fans get their money's worth.
Well, today's game was free of charge, actually. But
That's true. Today was a freebie, if you will.
we usually have a pretty good crowd and all, but some logistical things were going on. So we said, you know what, we're going to just let everybody in and have a good turnout today.
So for all the folks that are here, they got a free treat.
And tomorrow is free baseball, thanks to a generous donation by a local place, and so everyone's free. And this weekend's basically strikeout arthritis with AO Pie. Tomorrow you can pie an AO Pie, or Kenny Thomas after the game for a donation.
Tomorrow's Cedar Creek Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, am I not supposed to say that? My bad. Disregard. Well, there's a lot of different Cedar Creeks. Got the neighborhood, golf course.
Winner the count.
Ooh. Call that one a ball.
It's 2-0 now.
Hot shot into the home dugout. 2-1. That one called a strike, catching the outer edge of the plate. 2-2. Can get her to chase that one. 3-2. A little dribbler to Deja Robinson. Quick flick to second for out number 1 to Lindy Dorgan, but it puts runners on the corners.
Batting number 8, Shelby Hammondtree.
Shelby Hammondtree coming to the plate.
0 for 2 in the game.
Now one fouled straight back. Strike 1.
Almost right back to Cockrell off the rebound.
Right. Caught the post. And our lizard friend is no longer there on the netting.
I don't know if fans can see it at home. There was a lizard right behind home plate for a while.
Sneaky fella. Now one missing 1-1. That one fouled back into the net. 1-2. That one missing out. Outside, 2-2.
I think for USC, again, Cockrell and Pice have both just nearly missed the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, they're not missing by much.
Those are both a well-disciplined team by North Georgia not to swing at those.
Yes, it is. That ball fouled. Boy, he looked at that one for a second, but he's going to go with ball on that one. Count is full.
Cockrell's not happy with that one.
Chandler Terrapin coming and sharing a little wisdom with the younger Cockrell. Hot shot into the gap, if not over the fence, and it is. And 0 for 2 just became erased by a nice 3-run homer by the catcher. So whatever Chandler told her, she might want to erase that one from the data banks.
Now batting number 4, Kara Groover.
And Groover's coming to the plate. And she walked in the fourth.
Just missing high there, ball one. Off the handle to Stanley. Stanley with a throw to first for out number 2.
Nice play by Stanley. We can have a pinch hitter right here.
That'll be number 18, Aiken Chambers.
7 for 10 on the season.
Now batting, number 18, Aiken Chambers.
Chambers has 3 doubles, 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs. Slugging 1,000 right now and has a 750 on base percentage.
Coach Davenport getting everybody in.
Yeah, the freshman from Blairsville, Georgia.
Get like a bitch there, strike one. Hey, maybe if we go sit in their dugout, we can get in at bat.
Probably not. I think that you look too much like a guy in your out of eligibility.
I shaved this morning, thank you. Yeah, ball missing. 1-1 is your count.
Did you see last night with Mitch Spence with his one-hit complete game shutout against Lander?
How fantastic was that?
It was pretty spectacular. Allowed a single in the first inning with 2 outs and allowed 2 base runners the rest of the game, I believe.
I've seen
Like 2 walks, I mean.
Spence has had some fantastic outings here and there. You see signs of genius within his abilities.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. But Spence, I went ahead and I was like, I would nominate him for Pitcher of the Week for the Peach Belt. And I'm pretty sure he's wrapped up the Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance Student Athlete of the Week award.
A great outing by Spence.
Nearly became only the second player to ever throw a no-hitter in USC in history.
Wow.
Not
Very
bad.
impressive considering the
He was a reliever last year.
right. Well, and considering the studs that have come out of USC Aiken baseball history.
Yeah. He had a couple draft picks last year with Joey Benitez and Connor Riley.
That's right. Big swing and a miss there for strike 3, and that'll retire the side, but not before they add 4 to their lead. 17-2 is your score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. See if the Pacers can mount some kind of offensive comeback. We'll be right back.
Pacers.
And welcome back.
Number 2, Jessica Stanley.
Bottom of the fourth, Jessica Stanley is going to go up against a new pitcher, Riley Patton, freshman out of Loganville, Georgia.
Let's see if the Pacers can mount any sort of comeback, like you said, here in the 5th inning.
They just got to get within 8 runs.
And I think we're now going to have a new catcher after all that.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like Frierson taking off her gear, and here comes a new catcher. We'll give you her number as soon as she turns her back to us. This will be the easiest one we get all day.
Hopefully.
If her hair gets out of the way. Number 8.
No.
So Shelby Hammondtree.
Well, yeah, so she's going in. Okay. That makes sense.
We're
She's a
familiar
DH.
with her.
Yes.
With a little 3-run home run self.
Once again, Jessica Stanley.
So all the paperwork is done. Everybody's ready. Stanley steps into the box. And that pitch missing, ball 1.
So Patton with the 1.85 ERA. He's thrown 34 innings so far this season. She's 3-1 on the year. 13th appearance.
That ball catching high and inside, 2-0. Tries to lay down a bunt, foul back. Making the count 2-1. Off-speed pitch, missing the mark, 3-1. Lundy Dorgan on deck. A half swing effort there, filling up the count 3-2, and Stanley is lamenting her efforts at that last swing. She'll lift that one into shallow left field. Easy squeeze for out number 1. Lindy Dorgan makes her way to the plate.
Now batting number 6, Lindy Dorgan.
Dorgan's made a couple good plays in the field today. Struck out in her only at bat so far, but has been solid. She's been, like I said, she's been solid in second base for the last month or so.
Yep. But as you said earlier, not a lot of at-bats to show for the season.
No. Came through in the clutch against Young Harris with the game-winning hit.
Does not go, and that'll be 2-0. Little shot into the gap, but right fielder arranging over, can't get to it, and Dorgan will end up on second.
That's about where she hit the ball against Young Harris, too.
Nice base hit for Lindy Dorgan. Right fielder had to really cover a lot of ground and just couldn't quite get her glove on it.
And trying to reach over with her left hand to catch it, too, across her body.
Yeah, that's a tough way to go.
If it's a left-handed right fielder, that's probably an out.
Number 10, Brielle Jungblood.
Correct. Brielle Jungblood coming up to the plate. Good time for her to get some hitting going. Showing bunt, pulling back, and actually takes a full swing.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while she'll do it. Just to keep their defense on their toes.
Said she hit a home run left-handed at practice yesterday.
Pretty impressive feat for a kid that came in swinging from the other side of the plate.
Inside pitch called a strike. 1-2 the count.
That ball missing high to even up the count, 2-2. She had to wait on that one. Easy play for the second baseman, but the runner will advance to third. 2 outs as Caitlin Powell comes to the plate.
Now batting number 7, Caitlin Powell.
Powell 0 for 1 with the strikeout and a walk and run scored.
Good looking pitch there, outer edge of the plate, strike one. Hot shot at third, quick throw, and that'll do it. Pacers getting mercy ruled here in game one, but don't give up on the Pacers. We have a history of coming back in game two. 17-2 is your grand total for this ball game. 13 hits for the Nighthawks to the 4 hits of the Pacers. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. We'll see you then.
I am back here for game 2 as Chandler Terrapin takes a circle for USC Aiken as Sprague is leading off for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, first pitch missing. Ball 1.
You're going to be multi-talented today. You're doing 3 things.
I am going to juggle, brother.
Doing PA, broadcast, and the scoreboard.
That one called strike. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what I mess up really big.
Well, worst case is, worry about the walk-up music and stuff. That's the most important thing according to the kids.
Well, obviously. Nice little change up there, missing ball 2.
Yes, Terrapin, toes the rubber for the first time in about a month and a half.
Had to blow the dust off their old shoulder. Been playing at first for all that time.
She has, and it's good to see her back out there. It brings an added element and a different style of pitching than USC has with any of the other 3 right now.
Right, and that ball fouled out of play, even the count 2-2 for Miss Sprague. Yeah, it's nice to see Chandler Terrapin get a chance to get up there and get back to our roots. And that ball just missing low.
I mean, a
Count is full.
few years ago, coming out of high school, she was the state player of the year. As a pitcher, went to Western Carolina, suffered an injury, redshirted, was out of school for a while, and I think she's 23 years old, getting ready to turn 24 this year, I believe. That's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. What a way to come back, Miss Terrapin.
Yes, it was, and that's going to bring up Marley Stowers.
And Stowers, the third baseman. They go through the rest of the line. You have Stowers, Gillum, Anthony Duncan, Atkins, Hammondtree, Deep, Gregory with Smith in the circle again for the Nighthawks.
Had my first error as I hit the volume button on the PA system, not the microphone.
Well,
that music's still playing. That pitch missing 1-0. Got it out of the way. That one fouled back. Even the count 1-1.
Now you have a lot to live up to. As at baseball last week, Marcus Johnson was doing the PA and the broadcast seamlessly. Although USC baseball lost the midweek game, so he's not allowed back on the PA.
Amen. Missing outside. There's a lot of buttons that I'm playing with right now.
There's a lot.
That's a hot shot into right field. Courtney Strauss will reach over and grab that one for out number 2.
Yep. It's going to bring up Gillum, the first baseman, number 12, and
Brittany
and she's a senior from Chiefland, Florida. 5'9".
One of the odd. There's 2 players on that team not from the state of Georgia. And that outside pitch catching the corner, strike 1. I'm going to really struggle when we're at bat because then I have to do the walk-up music. I may let you handle the commentary for that.
And they call that a ball? 1-1?
1-1 is the count.
And I'm fine with that.
Me too.
And let you handle that because, of course,
You
we don't
better
want
be, 'cause
we don't want those evil looks from the student athletes. up
right.
here.
I'm not about to let them down.
Right.
That one foul back.
And this game is a must-win game for USC Aiken. They're in 9th place in the conference. They need to win 3 games to earn the tiebreaker and get in as the 8th seed. They lost several close games this year.
Right.
Games they could have, would have, should have won, and comes down. You have to beat the number 2 team in the nation along with UNC Pembroke twice to get in the conference tournament. So this is a must-win for them.
Well, even in that last game, as that one misses low and outside, just a couple of really untimely errors really kind of opened up the opportunities.
I mean, otherwise, it probably been a 5 or 6, 6-2 game. I mean,
which
400
could have
runs.
had a different effect on their attitudes out there. Not that they quit, because they didn't quit. Swung on a foul back.
It's just your whole game plan changed when you're down 3 or 4 versus 10
Right.
or 12. The same way in any sport. It's about football, basketball, everything else. You're down a couple versus double digits. But 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Here in the first inning. And
Missing outside, the count is full.
virtually the same lineup for USC Aiken except for Lowry behind the plate. You do have Murphy DHing, and Robinson is now in at shortstop.
And that ball lifted, but it's going to be out of play. 3-2 remains the count. I think it helps having Chandler Terrapin come in, she hasn't pitched in a long time, so able to come in here and kind of give these girls, like you said, she's a different kind of pitcher, but she also brings with her that senior, that elder statesman mindset. That ball lifted high in center field. Brielle Jungblood ranging over, and she's going to squeeze it for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the first, tied 0-0.
I am back, not joined by anybody else. As Brielle Jungblood comes to the plate, looks at ball 1. Jungblood, the redshirt senior. Family's over here earlier today. Saw them between games. It's good to have them out here. The bat left throws right from Ridgeland, South Carolina. Pops that one up in the air, short, and the left fielder comes in and catches that one. So 1 away, as Caitlin Powell's going to come to the plate.
Now batting, Caitlin Powell.
And Powell's seen a lot more time in the lineup in the last couple of weeks of the season and has done fairly well. Had a big game at Augusta a couple weeks ago. Swings at the first pitch, fouls that one over the stands. 0-1 the count. Foul straight back. What? 0-2. And the pitch from Smith. Misses outside. 1-2 the count. Fouls that one back. Count remains 1-2. The good thing for USC Aiken is they've already seen Smith through a couple times to the lineup, so they, even though she was unhittable pretty much in the first game, they still are used to what she's throwing right now, so that always helps. But even if you know it's coming, sometimes it's hard to hit as Powell goes down on the strikes. That's going to bring up Hannah Price. Just phenomenal junior from Seneca, South Carolina.
Rice.
Big swing and a miss, strike 1. High fastball, swung right through that, strike 2. 0-2 count, scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the first, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. So 3 up and 3 down for USC Aiken. Going to the second, we are still scoreless. And coming to the plate is right fielder
Caitlin Anthony up to the plate.
Yep. Third on the team in batting average, second among everyday players. Really first among everyday players, but came into there with a 3.82 average. I seem to be stuttering over my words.
Well,
Maybe probably need to eat some food today.
Food is a good thing.
Probably Willie Joel's.
Absolutely. Nice change up on the speed there. Got her swinging early for strike 2 as she fouls that one down the third base line.
And Stanley nearly had it over there.
She's quick. Of course, the Pacers like to respond to big blowout losses with close wins. It'd be nice to see that happen here in Game 2.
Done that a couple times this year. A walk-off win against Coker and a 9-inning 1-0 win over Young Harris as Jungblut races in for the out. There's not a faster center fielder in the country, I don't believe, than Brielle Jungblut. Definitely not in the region. And as Duncan comes to the plate.
Yeah, Brielle astounds me with her speed. And it's funny, when you see her moving around campus, she's not in a hurry ever. But when she gets a chance to chase down a ball, she's all over it.
Is 0-1 the count. Went out here in the second.
Try to get her to chase one there. Couldn't get her to do it. Ball 1.
And Jump has been fast a couple times on campus. I've seen her hustling the class, but I mean, I've seen her walk across the court at basketball games too, giving stats out. So she's a little hustling that way.
I agree. That one missing 2-1 is your count.
But in terms of just general movement, she likes to take her time and enjoy life.
Yeah, she's a smell the roses kind of lady. Her mom is here, Kim. Hot shot to Deja Robinson with a nice throw and not in time. And that was a close play there.
And I see him bring up Atkins, the DH.
Yeah, she hit a bomb the other game. So Atkins with a runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the second. That pitch just missing low. Big swing and a miss there. Strike 1.
I think that really, with Terrapin in the circle, it's just a different demeanor. as well. I mean, nothing seems to phase her at all.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely has a more confident look. It's just, and it's not that the other girls aren't confident; they're just very laid back in their approach to pitching. And runner goes to second, makes it. I believe that's going to be 2-1.
No, they called her out on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's also they said that she was out on the play.
Oh, nice. Well, I think that's a good call by the field umpire. 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch. Not getting the call. Ball 2. Hot shot. Oh, a big bounce over the glove of Deja Robinson. And that'll bring up Shelby Hammondtree.
Hammondtree, the catcher.
So Hammondtree gets dug in. Put Jordan deep on deck. Just missing. Ball 1.
Oh, on the play they said that she left early.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. It looked like she had beat the tag.
Well, it's because she was about 15 feet down the baseline when the ball was pitched.
Right. That'll do it.
Yeah. So I'll go back and fix that play momentarily in those watching online. Can you go back and watch the replay, and then I saw the signal.
Hot shot down the right field line. That's going to be foul. Can Strauss get to it? She cannot.
I just don't know if she's fast enough to be able to help us out at basketball games next year or not.
Courtney Strauss?
Yes. She says she wanted to, but you got to be faster than that. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We do want to see a little bit more speed.
She's got a lot, though, which is tough when you're going against one of the fastest kids in the country.
Right. Good looking pitch. Try to get her chase. But that'll even the count at 2.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on here in the second.
Good pitch. That's going to be fouled out of play. Keeping the count at 2-2.
Nice over by Sarah Sams over there. Just noticed that Kristen Lowry is towering over the umpire.
She towers over a lot of people.
Yes.
Ooh, right off the end of the bat. Deja Robinson with a dive. Can't quite get to it.
So it's going to be 2 on with 2 outs for Deep. Second baseman.
Now batting, Jordan Deep. Deep will dig in. Got runners on first and second. That ball in the dirt for ball 1.
It's time of the day where it's going to start cooling off here shortly. A little bit. But the sun will be right in everybody's eyes.
Yes, it will be. And the wind's still acting up. That ball's going to get past Cricket Lowry. She'll end up going to the backstop.
This could be a wild pitch.
All runners advance. Second and third now.
I honestly thought it was going to hit Deep as far inside as it was.
Yeah, Deep got out of the way pretty quick. She's properly motivated. Doesn't like pain. That ball is going to miss low for ball 3.
And right here, you don't want to give her anything that she can hit. And so you might intentionally walk her.
Yeah, and letting Hobby Gregory come up with a fresh pitch count. Good looking pitch there, outer edge, strike one.
Or stay on the outside edge.
Yeah, that's right. And the count is full, 3-2. Good job by the senior Terrapin in the circle. She had to chase that one off, keeping the count 3-2. She fouls it back.
If she wouldn't have swung, then it probably would have been ball 4.
Yeah.
But when it's the full count, you got to protect the plate and swing at anything close.
Well, and Terrapin did a great job really painting that outer edge of the plate. Kind of made her have to chase that one.
Absolutely. Now you probably go right back inside, though. She did go inside, but it just missed. So.
Now she's going to bring up Hobby Gregory.
Yes.
Hobby Gregory.
Gregory, the center fielder, coming to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the second, scoreless game.
That ball's going to get past Cricket. And they get her at the plate. Good job by Cricket to Terrapin. Bang, bang play at the plate. Holding the Nighthawks scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Tied at 0. We'll be right back.
Coming to the plate right now is Chandler Terrapin. Big swing and miss for strike 1.
Yeah, big swing by Terrapin. And less than big swing there. Just trying to get something out of it. 0-2 is the count. Sydney Kate Murphy on deck. And a big swing there for out number 1.
Murphy comes to the plate with 1 down.
Now batting, Sydney Kate Murphy. Sydney K. Murphy stepping into the batter's box for the Pacers. Fouls that one out of play. And she'll get dug back in. Smith in the circle for the Nighthawks. That one missing for ball one. So the 1-1 pitch.
This is a third base and over for the first for the easy out.
Good play there.
It's going to bring up the sophomore from North Augusta, Courtney Strauss. He had the 2-run single in the first inning, or the first game, I should say.
Courtney Strauss. Good looking pitch there. A nice bend to it.
Fakes the bunt, pulls it back. It's 1-1 to count.
Off the handle, just over the third baseman. That's going to be a base hit. Good job by Courtney Strauss. Now batting, Lindy.
It's going to bring up second baseman Lindy Dorgan. He's blown from left to right pretty hard.
Good looking pitch there, strike one. Yeah, that wind is swirling out there. And that flag is going in every direction possible.
It's like Wrigley Field, minus the ivy and.
Ivy would be a cool touch in our new ballpark. That one popped up to the pitcher for out number 3. And that'll retire the side as we head to the top of the third. We are notched 0-0.
And coming to the plate is Hobby Gregory for North Georgia. Terrapin misses outside for ball one. Gregory really crowding the plate.
Yeah, she's really up on it.
So Terrapin's going to throw it where she can't really get her hands on it.
And that's what you do. When they crowd that plate, they're daring you
to throw it inside, and Terrapin's got good enough aim.
Try to get her chase one outside there. Ball 2. That one's going to miss low. 3-1 is your count. Hot shot. Deja Robinson. Great play by the shortstop.
Yep. Caught it on the fly. For good measure, she went ahead and threw it first. No need to, though. As that's going to bring up Sprague.
Now batting, Sydney Sprague.
Great job by our PA person to make the correction.
Thank you, thank you. That's a good looking pitch there, strike one. Thought about going around, but does not. A little too inside.
And you'd see other times they would go down to first just to appeal to see if she swung on that one. She didn't, but
Little flare right over the head of Lindy Dorgan for a base hit.
it's coming up Stowers.
Now batting, Marley Stowers.
Yeah. One on, one down here in the third.
Brittany Gilliam up on deck for the Nighthawks. That ball lifted out of play for strike one. Off into the bat. That's going to be fair. Strauss having a hard time getting her handle on it, and that'll put runners on the corners. Now batting, Brittany Gilliam. Nice piece of hitting there by Stowers.
There you go. Tom Strauss was tying her shoes.
So runners on the corners, one out here at the top of the third. Gilliam, first pitch, runner going to second. Lindy Dorgan cuts it off and tried to get her to go, but was not going. And that'll be a 1-0 count. Another ball gets all the way back to the backdrop, and one will score. And that'll be the first run of the ball game, 1-0 on the errant throw, or the errant pitch. So 2-0 pitch. Now one fouled back.
Looked like a hit and run was on him.
Yep.
And Stowers was about 6 steps down the line as the ball was being hit.
Ball lifted high and out of play. To even the count, 2-2. Hitting our roof.
We would have caught it if we had gloves and there wasn't a roof.
Yeah, if it was a little closer. I don't want to move.
You're right.
So the 2-2 pitch by Terrapin to Gilliam, and that one swung on and fouled back. Keeping the count, 2-2.
It's almost like Hurley's half-hearted effort in the first game.
Right.
And he had to go down to baseball. Strikeout arthritis game is coming up in about 2 minutes down there.
That one fouled straight back. Kaylin Anthony on deck. Hot shot off their assistant coach. They got on her quick, and she's smiling.
She's tough.
She may make her run laps for that later.
No dessert on the way home.
That's right. And that ball's going to get in the dirt. Fill up the count, 3-2. Went out way outside to get to that one. Youngblood will squeeze it for out number 2. But 1 run will score. Now batting, Kaylin Anthony.
And Kaylin Anthony's coming to the plate, the right fielder. With 2-0 ball game. 2 outs here in the third.
She goes down and hits that one with a 9-iron, fielded by Courtney Strauss for out number 3, but not before the Pacers are down by 2.
Going to the bottom of the third. We'll be back in just a minute.
Now batting, Cricket Lowry.
And coming to the plate is Kristen Lowry, better known as Cricket Lowry.
I was told that she likes it when she's introduced as Cricket.
Well,
So I was glad to oblige.
anything for the future nurse?
That's right. She may need to, I don't know, do some kind of medical something when I'm in my older years. Jessica Stanley on deck.
It's been about 5 years.
You are just pissy today.
And she fouls that one off. The 0-2 count. Looks at that one high. 1-2. Did not go on that.
Lowry showing bunt. Pulls back, swings and misses for out number 1. That'll bring up Jessica Stanley.
Stanley, the third baseman. The freshman from Monk's Corner. Lays down a bunt, but right back to Smith. 1-4 on the putout.
That'll be out number 2.
It's going to bring up Riel Jungblut, center fielder.
Now batting, Riel Jungblut.
Looking for her first hit today. As the ball outside, win another count.
And he called strike there on the outer edge of the plate. Caitlin Powell on deck. And that one's going to miss high and away. Lays down a nice bunt, and she's got the speed to make that work, and she is safe. Good job by Brielle Jungblatt.
That's really all it takes is, second bounce, she's on base.
Caitlin Powell.
It's going to bring up the left fielder, Caitlin Powell.
Good job by Brielle Jungblatt using that speed to her advantage.
As Powell fouls that one back. 0-1 the count.
So Powell waits the 0-1 pitch. Runner going. She's going to make it. And good effort by the center fielder to play that back. And we've got a player down. We're going to take a break while we see what happens with this young lady. And we're back. It looks like all is well. Best we can tell, an awkward landing. That pitch missing high for a ball 1-2. Big swing and a miss there for strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Pacers unable to respond. We're down 2-0 as we head to the
Fourth.
top of the fourth.
back here at the top of the fourth inning with Lexi Duncan at the plate for the Nighthawks. Turpin stares in and gets a sign.
That ball lifted high. Shallow center field. Brielle Jungblad will squeeze that for out number 1.
One pitch, one out. You can't do much better than that.
Not much.
As Atkins is coming to the plate.
Now batting, Kristen Atkins. So Atkins awaits the pitch. That ball is going to move just a little bit low and outside for ball 1. Nice. Pulled the string on that one for strike 1, 1-1. I don't know how you don't blow your knee out trying not to swing at that.
I probably just swung 3 or 4 times by then already.
Just missing outside for ball 2. Lowry having a few words with the home plate umpire. They looked inquisitive. 2-1 pitch. Just inside, 3-1. And that'll clear the pitch count. Center to first.
This Hammontree's coming to the plate. Catcher. And we're going to have a pinch runner.
Shelby Hammontree.
Tell you in just a moment who the pinch runner is. Looks like number 3. Allison Neely.
Pinch running, Allison Neely. Allison Neely, sophomore out of Greer, South Carolina.
Nice little town.
Agreed.
Been through there a few times.
Did you get lost?
I did not.
Good man.
It's after the invention of GPS.
GPS is a beautiful thing. So Hammontree awaits her first pitch. Runner on first, 1 out here. Top of the 4th. Gets a call strike there. Good frame job by Lowry. Try to take some off there and sailed high for ball 1, 1-1. Tried to pull that one back up into the strike zone, but official wasn't going for it. 2-1 is your count. Runner's going, and that ball is going to scoot all the way back to the backstop. And she's going to go for 3. And she's thrown out as she goes for an extra base. Good hustle on their part, but better hustle on the Pacers as they add an out. Jessica Stanley getting a little love from Deja Robinson over there with her pirouette tag. And she's going to advance to first on a free ball. Jordan Deep up at bat. Now batting, Jordan Deep. So deep at the plate. That ball missing low.
Lowry's made 2 good plays defensively today.
Yes, she has. Blockout tag at plate, and then that throw to third. Good looking pitch there as Terrapin pulls the string on that one. It cruising about half the pace as her fastball.
Which would probably still be too fast for you or I'd hit.
Absolutely. It's but a blur to me.
It's a blur to me too, but it's probably because my glasses are that bad.
Nice shot up the gap. That'll be a base hit.
It's going to bring up Gregory, center fielder. She lined out to Robinson and her last at bat. And this is when North Georgia's probably upset themselves if they don't try to take the extra base right there. It's a 3-0 ball game with that single.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
With still only 1 out and runners on first and second.
And that ball missing.
Just inside. 1-0.
Just inside, too. Good looking pitch there. Lowry's setting up way outside, but
pitch was right down the middle almost. It looked
right.
Like.
Might have messed with Gregory a little bit in her peripheral vision. 1-1 pitch. Fouled that one off the end of the bat. 1-2 is your count. The 1-2 pitch. That's going to be low and away to even the count, 2-2. Off the end of the bat, Caitlin Powell backing up, and what a snag by Caitlin Powell for out number 3. So they hold them scoreless at the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back.
We're back here in the bottom of the 4th inning with Hannah Price at the plate. Struck out swinging in her first at bat. Looks at the ball there. 1-0 the count. Yeah, it's 2-0.
Now and off the end of the bat, 2-1.
No matter what team it is, I don't care if it's the number 1 team or the number 100 team. You have to be careful when Hannah Price is at the plate.
That is a fact. That one in the dirt. Make the count 3-1.
Bates looking to get on another runner on. With the single by Strauss and Jungbot is only 2.
Hot shot straight up. Yeah, it's going to be out of play. That'll fill up the count 3-2. Put a nice little shock into the fans out there. Had Jim Hurley just diving out of the way. What an athletic move by that fella. Three-two pitch. Off the handle, out of play, keeping the count full. Price digs in, waits the pitch, does not go, and that'll send a runner to first, and that'll bring up Chandler Terrapin to the plate.
And Terrapin struck out swinging in her first at bat.
Now batting.
She's been solid in the circle right here today, but we're going to have a pinch runner for Price. My guess is going to be Bogosian.
That was not B. Bogosian.
Looks like Hannah Hyder.
Hannah Hyder.
Number 5.
Pitch running. Hannah Hyder. So Terrapin will step back into the box.
Last weekend, Terrapin moved up to 6th, I believe it was, in the career home run list for USC Aiken with a nice shot against Francis Marion, looking to bunt.
And she's going to foul that one straight back. Sydney Kate Murphy on deck. And that bunt attempt fouled back. 0-2 is your count. Hyder will return back to first. Smith with a windup. Missing outside. Looked like they were setting up a throw. Catcher unable to get her hand on the ball out of her glove. I think that's what stopped the throw.
Hyder's 1 for 1 in stolen bases this year.
Big swing and a miss there, and there is that snap throw down the line. As Terrapin swings and misses.
And Murphy grounded out to third base in her first at bat. Murphy is number 3 on the career home run list at USC Aiken. Leads the team so far this year with 6 round trippers, 16 RBIs.
Nice shot to third. And that'll be a double play. Nothing to be done by Hannah Hyder, and that'll retire the side. So the Pacers still looking to get their first runs as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back right after this. And welcome back, Sydney Sprague stepping up to the plate for the Nighthawks.
She struck out in the first and Singleton scored in the third.
Big swing and a miss there, strike one. Nice looking pitch catching the outer edge of the plate. Strike two, Sprague. Taking an extra second to get herself together here. Had to go up high to get that one. That's going to go foul, leaving the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And she watches a third one go by for out number one there. That's going to bring up Marley Stowers to the plate.
And she's 1 for 2 in the game. Lined out to right field in the first at bat and Singleton scored in the third.
And that ball hitting the plate for a ball one. Umpire setting up on the inside corner. Hot shot straight back up the middle for a base hit. And that's going to bring up Brittany Gilliam.
She's overdue 2 fly balls to Jungblatt in center field.
Kaylin Anthony on deck. Another hot shot straight up the middle. Youngblood, easy squeeze. And I say easy because I didn't have to do it.
Yes,
That's going to bring up Kaylin Anthony. Sorry about that.
You're good. Single to the second, walked into the fourth.
Kaylin Anthony. Runner going. And Lowry tried to catch her on the outer, about halfway up the baseline, and the runner ended up on second on that errant throw. Good hustle by Gilliam.
One of the count.
Just missing low there. I guess that was high. 3-0 is your count. And that'll send her to first. That's going to bring up Lexi Duncan.
And Duncan's 1 for 2 in the game. Single to the second and flew out to center field in the fourth.
So runners on the corner for Miss Duncan. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Wind blowing straight away, center field. Good looking pitch there, strike one. Little hopper to third, and they're going to call that one foul. Make the count 0-2.
Good job by Stanley. Go ahead and follow through with the play just in case.
Yep, it was right on that line. Or rather, a hair left of the line. 0-2 pitch. Almost got away from him that time. Runners all returning back. Good job by Lowry to get up there and grab that one out of the air.
You think after North Georgia's been thrown out of the plate, after a wild pitch, that they might learn not to even attempt to start going home on something like that? Because, again, Lowry's made 2 great plays today defensively.
Yes, she has. Runner's going hot shot down the third baseline, but it's foul.
Coach Davenport just got out of the way of that one.
Boy, he moved pretty quick for a big guy.
Yeah. North Georgia's already hit the other assistant coach earlier in the game.
Right. Now you got about 5 more we can take out. Nice play by Terrapin, and that'll be out number 3. So good job by Terrapin keeping the game close. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Pacers trail 2-0. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the ballgame. Courtney Strauss leading off for the Pacers here. The bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Strauss singled in her first at bat.
And that pitch, strike. Swung on a miss there for strike 2.
1-2 the count. Square and rounded bunt. She'll pull it back.
And now to even the count, 2-2. And again, showing bunt. And a big swing and a miss there for strike 3. That's going to bring up Lindy Dorgan to the plate.
And Dorgan popped up to the pitcher in the second inning. As we said, she does not have very many at-bats this season, but she's come through their touch a couple different times.
First pitch called strike. That went off the hands. 0-2 is your count. Not going after that one. Had to get a ladder to get to that one.
1-2 the count. 1 out here. Bottom of the 5th. North Georgia leads 2-0.
Fouls that one back, 1-2. First baseman dealing with some shoelace maintenance. I think she's good now. Smith gets the call. Dorgan awaits the pitch. Big swing and a miss there for strike 3. That's going to bring up Cricket Lowry to the plate.
Lowry struck out swinging to start the 3rd inning. Made a couple of good defensive plays. Threw a runner out at 3rd after a wild pitch, and then was able to attack someone after a wild pitch at home plate.
Again, showing bunt. And pulling back and swinging. Fouls that one. So Lowry get her heels dug back in. Big swing and a miss there. That was a good looking pitch, high and inside on the hands. Now one fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Meeting of the minds on the right side of the infield. Inspired by Higgintree. So Lowry back into the box. Waits a 0-2 pitch. And she's going to foul that one back. And it's Foulapalooza 2018. And she's going to watch strike 3 go by, and that'll retire the side. So we'll head to the top of the 6th. We trail 2-0. We'll be right back.
We're back with Atkins back in the lineup. She had a pinch runner in her after last at bat, and she's now sub back in.
And she's going to watch ball 1 go by. Higgintree on deck. And here's that off-speed pitch. For strike 1. 1-1 is your count. Fouled straight back, 1-2. Missing low, 2-2.
The crowd seems to have thinned out a little bit in the second game.
And yeah, it appears to be correct in that assessment. That one off the handles. This may drop, and it does. Terrapin with a throw, and they get her at first.
What a play by Terrapin. How many times do you see the ball over the shoulder like that, bounce, 3 people stare at it, she turns, picks it up, and fires to first.
Great play, great play.
What an excellent job by Terrapin. And Terrapin's a little bit laughing at that one, but she's a pure athlete. I mean, she's a student athlete, but she's a pure athlete in terms of athleticism. As Hammondtree comes to the plate. That's a home run. So first pitch, straight over center field. So it's 3-0 now, North Georgia.
Now batting, Jordan deep. And we're back. So Jordan deep, following up that big blast by Higgintree, and gets a called strike.
Terrapin right back at, throwing strikes. Stuff doesn't usually affect her too much.
She's been doing it for a while now. Try to get her to chase a rising fastball, and does not go. 1-1. Terrapin looks like she's having fun out there, though.
Absolutely. Haven't pitched in a month and a half, and going back to doing something you're pretty damn good at.
Right. Just missed that one, 2-1.
It's a big game for USC, and they have to win this one to be able to have a chance to get to the conference tournament.
That one off the end of the bat. Strauss ranging over from right field. She'll squeeze it for out number 2. And that'll bring up Hobby Gregory.
It's going to bring up Hobby Gregory, the center fielder. Number 9 hitter.
Now put Sydney Sprague on deck. Now ball lifted shallow left field. Robinson over to squeeze it for out number 3.
That's a pretty, aside from that one pitch, pretty good inning for USC Aiken. But so going to the bottom of the 6th, Pacers looking to get on the board, trailing 3-0. And we're back here, bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers trail 3-0 with freshman sensation Jessica Stanley at the plate. And it looks like coach is getting out his lineup card to say something.
That may be him buying time because he seemed a little slow getting out of the dugout.
Oh.
Make it look official.
And Stanley's over there trying to figure out what they're saying, and I'm so confused right now. But that's my normal state of mind.
Right. You seem to be absolutely comfortable in that location.
Yes.
Well, Stanley's not coming out, as we can see.
And she wants her music, I guess.
I'll give it to her. Well, actually, it's already set up for the next person. I think she was just smiling and giving us a howdy do.
Either that or I'll get yelled at Monday.
Nah. Tell her.
I've been yelled at before by her, but it's only because I don't have candy in my office.
No.
It's all about having candy. I understand. First pitch, ball outside. 1-0 the count. Grows that one foul.
Even the count 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch, showing bunt, and she's going to foul that one back. Made the count 1-2.
She's got some speed as well, though.
Yes, she does.
And we've seen her hit a home run this year, and I mean she's got power, she has speed, she can lay down a bunt, so she's hard to defend.
Yeah, the infield is actually playing back.
Yeah.
Bunt would be pretty timely right here. That ball's going to miss high.
I mean,
Even the count 2.
it was probably okay on a normal sized person, but at Stanley at 5 foot, maybe
She's
5'1",
5'2".
5'2",
I believe so.
with heels on.
5'2", out of Monk's corner.
Monk's corner.
That one's going to miss outside.
But
Count is full.
Stanley has a fun personality.
Mm-hmm. She's one of those ones that you instantly appreciate when you get to meet her. Big swing and a miss there. For out number 1.
This can bring up Brielle Jungblut. Jungblut 1 for 2 in the game. Had about a 10-foot single in her last at bat.
Youngblood.
Looks at a call strike on the outside corner.
They put Kaylin Powell on deck. That ball lifted and out, fouled out of play, off the net. Make the count 0-2. Good hustle by the Nighthawk catcher, but could not get it 40 feet up in the netting.
She would need to be like a spider monkey.
It would have been impressive if she does. So the 0-2 pitch. And she kind of lifts that one high. Shortstop will range over and squeeze that for out number 2.
It's going to bring up Powell. Powell looking for her first hit. She struck out a pair of times today.
Now batting, Caitlin
Nope.
Powell.
Correction, Macy Hutto is now batting as a pinch hitter. And maybe that's what Coach Snyder was talking about with his card in the at the outset of the inning. Hutto swings and misses there. Strike 2. And Hutto's had a handful of bats this year.
Yeah, she's going to be one of the players of the future for sure. Swung on a miss there for out number 3. So the Pacers unable to mount an offense there as we had the top of the 7th, trailing 3-0.
Sprague coming to the plate. Senior from Columbus, Georgia. Feels like she's been in the Peach Belt for years. Looks like a call strike there.
Now off the end of the bat. Called foul. Tried to skirt with fair.
Price was hoping it was just going to come back fair.
Mm-hmm.
She had both hands down, unlike Bill Buckner.
Thankfully, she handled it better than Buckner.
Absolutely.
How sad is that? You go your whole career and then you're known for one play.
Better than having your whole career as being one big error.
It's kind of how people look at Bill Buckner.
That's how I live my life.
Well, that's the saddest thing I ever heard.
Oh, I've heard a lot worse.
Well, I apologized when I said it, didn't I?
You
That
made
ball
me-
lifted high, and that's gone.
Yeah,
She
Nice
got
shot.
a hold of that.
she did.
And that'll give them a 4-0 lead here, top of the seventh. Good piece of hitting by Miss Sprague. And I'll bring up Marley Stowers to the plate.
She has a couple hits today, pair of singles.
Now batting Marley Stowers. Still got that flower in her hair. Adding to the already lovely day. Sunshine, blue skies. And off the end of the bat, Lindy Dorgan fields it for out number one.
And I can't say it enough. I am so impressed with the way Dorgan's closing out her career at second base.
Yeah, it's good to see him be able to go out strong. Now batting, Brittany Gilliam.
And Gilliam's coming to the plate.
Ooh, now it's right into the meat of the back. Certainly not intentional there.
You never want to hit the number 3 hole hitter.
No, you do not.
That's going to bring up Anthony.
Now batting, Caitlin Anthony.
And Terrapin's checking on her to make sure she's okay. And that's a good sportsmanship from Terrapin.
So Caitlin Anthony steps in.
Just a double play from inning against inning.
That would be a beautiful moment. That ball missing way outside. Good effort by Lowry as she has a range way outside to get to it. Putting those long, lanky arms to good use. Lindy Dorgan gets a nice shot, and this is a shot at a double play. But the ball's going to get past first, and runner will advance. That's going to bring up 00, Alicia Frierson. Now batting, Alicia Frierson.
And Frierson's going to pinch hit for Duncan.
Getting all the paperwork handled.
And let me edit everything online as well.
Nice, nice, and nice.
And he pointed at her. It's not nice to point, but he still did.
Right. Well, it's in the official capacity. We're told not to judge. Yeah, we have judges. Official capacity, I think, if affords you the opportunity to do those things.
Correct.
Don't get used to it. No, it's just going to miss outside. Ball one. That ball lifted in the shallow right field. Strauss on a horse. Can't quite get to it. There's
They said that was fair.
They say that's fair.
Okay.
And that gives them a 5-0 lead. He's going to bring up Kristen Atkins. Now batting, Kristen Atkins. Pinch runner, number 33.
And 33 is going to re-enter the game. Duncan.
Pinch running, Lexi Duncan. Returning to the game. Oops. So Kristen Atkins to the plate. Lexi Duncan re-enters the game. Running for Frierson, and Duncan will be able to make her way to third on that pass ball.
You know, still, despite the fact that North Georgia's had a couple runs this inning to open the game up, USC Aiken still played a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, it's definitely a different rhythm to this game.
Different feel.
Completely different.
And going against the number 2 team in the nation, that's all you can ask for, because you've got, if USC Aiken goes on to lose this game, they got 4 games left in their season, and maybe they can take some of this momentum to
finish out strong.
Strong, right?
Absolutely right.
They've got Claflin, which is a tough opponent, but they can still go in there and try to get sweep, and then they close out the year with Pembroke.
Well, you put together a good game against the number 2 team in the nation. You feel like you can take everybody on.
Right. You know,
boy, she came inside on that one, fouled it.
They talk about those no moral victories, but I would kind of say that this, depending on what happens in the bottom half of the inning, and you never know, USC could come back and score, 5-6 runs to tie or win the game.
Absolutely.
But if they do lose, this one is probably about a moral victory after the way that the first game went.
Well, Coach Snyder is going to get in there with his team and build off of this one way or the other. I mean, it's definitely been a radically different game. Lindy Dorgan off the hands, able to get the throw, and that's out number 3, and does so before the runner scores.
Yep. So going to the bottom of the 7th, Pacers need 5 to tie, 6 to win.
Anna Price coming in to lead off the Pacers here at the bottom of the 7th. Pacers trail 5-0. First pitch of ball. Now one called a strike, catching the outer edge of the plate.
And after trailing 1-0 in the first inning, USC baseball is now up 4-1 in the third.
All right, good sign.
It's another rivalry game with the Bearcats of Vanderbilt right up the road.
Now one fouled straight back. Count is 1-2.
Swept Francis Marion in baseball. Sweep Lander, you pretty much own the state, correct?
That makes sense to me.
I like that.
The ball getting in the dirt. Might get your cheer right here. And you do.
What a great cheer. Folks, if you haven't been to USA and seen it, you need to come here and watch the cheer. The throw it in the dirt cheer.
It's just one of the many things that you'll enjoy watching while here. That ball missing outside, filling up the count 3-2.
And for a small fee, you can come into the press box and watch Chip Herring and myself.
Or
on the
better
broadcast.
yet,
Or join us.
for an even smaller fee, we may give you the microphone. 3-2 pitch. Hannah Price awaits. She watches it go. Oh, called strike for out number 1.
It's going to bring up Chandler Terrapin. 0 for 3 in the game. Or sorry, excuse me, 0 for 2.
Now batting Chandler Terrapin. Chandler Terrapin getting her stretch on before she gets out there. Kind enough to leave her walker in the dugout.
We joke, but you know, Chandler always talks about how she's getting too old for this, but she's only got a couple weeks left of her career, so I think she can hold out for a few more weeks.
It's always funny to me when players tell us how old they're getting, and I'm like, would you look at me? Hot shot down to third. Good play. Terrapin thrown out.
I mean, but she's not Ashley Metz's age, which was a little bit older when
I
she was a
miss
senior.
old Ashley. She's a sweetie.
It's going to bring up Cindy Kate Murphy, and she seems to be liking the walk-up song, which
Now batting Cindy Kate
for those that
Murphy.
are watching, if you can get to USC again next Sunday, she's does Irish dancing, and she's gonna do it on the first walk up.
That would be classic.
And she said she would 4 years ago, and I mentioned it to her the other day, and she thought I forgot about it, but I did not.
Wow.
So
She knows she's talking to an elephant. That has no reference to your weight. You remember things. That ball fouled straight back.
and if I don't remember, I act like I know what I'm talking about. I just say something.
And Kristen Lowry's sister making a great play on that foul ball.
I didn't know that was his sister, but same height just about, so I should have figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
this-
that'll do it. And that'll do it for the ball game. Pacers giving up the second game 5-0. Much better showing in game 2, but it's a loss all the same. Good sweep by the North Georgia Nighthawks as they bring their number 2 ranking into the nation here to USC Aiken, and they'll leave with 2 more wins.
So they improved to 49-2 on the year. But USC is going to be back in action on Wednesday against Claflin. So make sure you come out and watch those games if you can't do it. Join us on PatriotSports.com. Watch the video, follow the live stats. And Mr. Herring, you'll be here on Wednesday as well,
Yes,
right?
I will. I'm looking forward to it.
So for Brent Hager and Chip Herring, we will see you Wednesday.